from the Don and Lorena Meyer studio at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln College of Journalism and Mass Communications. This is Nebraska Nightly.
Good afternoon and welcome to Nebraska Nightly. I'm Jocelyn Messersmith.
And I'm Sophie Farrell. Tonight we look at a shooting that took place in Lincoln, as well as the deals Uber is offering to UNL students.
But first, a look at a canceled Turning Point USA event on UNL's campus.
That's our top story tonight. A UNL political organization canceled their event yesterday with Governor Jim Pillen. Nebraska Nightly's Jared Chada is following the story. Jared?
USA chapter recently postponed their Pick Up the Mic event with Nebraska Governor Jim Pillen. The event was scheduled for Thursday, February 26th in Nebraska City Campus Union and allegedly postponed due to security concerns. Turning Point USA plans to reschedule the event with reportedly more robust security precautions. Nebraska Nightly reached out to Governor Pillen's office and did not receive a comment.
There is an update on the early Wednesday morning shooting at a Lincoln office depot. LPD arrested Robert Burez. He is recovering in the hospital after being shot. Officer Kirby Urban shot at Burez in response to him throwing a metal object and firing at an officer. When he recovers, Burez will be taken into Lancaster County Jail for charges including attempted murder, burglary, and possession of a firearm. New data shows ICE officers receive far less training than most federal agents with a gun and a badge. Even odometer fraud investigators and Bureau of Engraving and Printing Police get more. ICE deportation officers now receive 42 days of training. That's less than half of what they got during the Biden administration. Some experts with inside knowledge say that reduction could lead to deadly mistakes. ICE says no essential content is left out, and training days now run 12 hours instead of 8.
The University of Nebraska-Lincoln topped the charts with alcohol sales this past year. 2025 marked the university's first year selling alcohol at sporting events, managing to sell over $2 million in revenue. The students at UNL have also been added benefits from those sales, with 5 free vouchers through Uber. But for students, the impact goes beyond the numbers. One UNL junior says the ride vouchers are making an amazing difference.
I honestly think it's amazing, especially since a lot of people, I'm 21, so going to the bars and being able to have a ride back is super nice, and it's really cool that they're using because they're allowing alcohol in the stadium, they're giving it back to students by being able to travel safely after they go out and things like that. So I think that's really awesome.
Students can access up to 3 miles from either campus using these vouchers to their convenience anytime from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. You can find these vouchers in your student email. Nebraska weather has been anything but predictable these last few weeks. Our forecaster, Owen Snodgrass, joins us from outside the studio. Owen?
Well, what has been an extremely warm February so far continues again today with such nice temperatures. We had to come out and enjoy it myself. And I had to lose a jacket. It was so nice out here. I'll give you more updates on what the weather will look like next week after the break.
On average, every Big Ten student wastes 112 pounds of garbage each year, but there's a fix. Make sure you use an Aussie when you dine in and be a part of the change.
Done for the day? Yeah, just kind of maxed out on people. Is there anything you wanted to talk about?
You know, thanks for asking. I have been feeling just kind of off lately.
Do you want me to
Concerned about a friend? Just ask and refer them to counseling and psychological services at UNL.
Social media is a daily part of many college students' lives, something we've become used to, but it can also be overwhelming and draining. Studies show that taking regular breaks from social media reduces stress and improves mental health. Too much screen time has been proven to increase anxiety, while stepping away helps you reconnect with the world around you. Take a break. Protect your mental health.
Welcome back. My name's Owen Snodgrass. And as we look at the current conditions, 71 degrees today was our high, and that is extremely warm for February, but I've been enjoying it, certainly. I hope you have been as well. We look at the temperatures tonight. 31 degrees is our low, but mostly clear with little to no wind. Very enjoyable. We look at the conditions tomorrow. High of 56 and sunny again. Still a little cooler, but still very warm for February. We look at the statewide temperatures. A little cooler across the northern tier of the state, 64 in Norfolk, Ord, and Chadron. But down toward the southern part of the state, much warmer. Lincoln actually wins today with a high of 71 degrees. We look at those departures from normal. A little bit warmer of a February, quite warmer of a February than we're used to. These are the temperatures that we've seen on average for the month. In Kearney, 10 degrees above average compared to the regular February. We look at the drought. The dry conditions along with these warm temperatures is not helping our drought conditions, especially out there across western Nebraska. Look at those precipitation chances across the week. Builds up a little bit over throughout the week, and next week looking pretty wet, so something to keep an eye on for any travel. See this Saturday, 56. Sunday, quite a shocker though. Might see the chance of snow once again. As we look at the rest of the week, rain, rain, and more rain. That's something that keep an eye on throughout the rest of the week, but that's all for the weather. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Owen, for the update.
Earlier this month, fires struck 2 on-campus housing units in the span of 1 week.
In light of the recent fires, UNL Fire Inspector Rick Campos Jr. reminds us about the fire safety while on campus.
I think the first thing that we could do is just review what is not allowed by housing. So candles, open flames, that'd be like a heating device as well.
A candle is directly responsible for the fire in Sandoz Residence Hall. Campos says the panic of a fire often leaves students unsure of how to respond.
So keep in mind that when the fire alarm goes off, to get out of the building, feel that back of the door and make sure it's not hot. So crawl low in smoke, react to the smoke detector, and if you see anything, if you know where the fire's at, tell the firefighters. That's going to help them a ton.
Campos Jr. plans to partner with Greek Affairs, UNL Housing, and ASUN to coordinate a live simulated smoke drill in Husker Hall at the beginning of April.
Be sure to continue to follow UNL dorm guidelines and stay away from lighting candles in your room.
With the year still new and spring approaching, farmers nationwide are preparing for another planting season. Nebraska Nightly's Andrew Swanson headed outside of Lincoln to check in with a farm family getting ready for 2026.
Through many years of planting and harvesting, the two saw a plentiful harvest in 2025 and are now looking toward the new year.
We had a pretty good crop, bushel per acre wise, on both the corn and the beans.
With seeds and fertilizers purchased, It's time to get ready planting what will become many bushels of corn and soybeans. While late April is normally the goal for planting, the Nebraska weather can make meeting that a challenge.
They always want you to get planting a little earlier, but conditions don't always warrant that. Sometimes the ground stays cold, sometimes it warms up, sometimes it's too wet, sometimes it's just too dry.
On top of unpleasant conditions, fertilizer is another hurdle for this season. Fertilizers can come in many forms, such as potash, phosphorus, and liquid nitrogen, which are shipped by rail to Nebraska and onto trucks for their last few miles. However, fertilizer prices have been on the rise for some time.
Oh, they went up again. Yeah, from last year they went higher. And that was in your best time of the year to buy. They're still a lot, quite a bit higher. They've gone up, I think 300 a ton. So it's quite a bit.
Though crops are not the only source of revenue for the Petersons, as they also take care of cattle, which begin to have their calves in March and April, before grazing in the summer. This combination of growing crops and raising cattle is especially helpful when the crop prices are low, something that the economy is currently seeing.
Diversification in the end is a good thing for us, at least right now. There's times where the crops will support the cattle when the cattle prices are down, and times when, like now, where the cattle prices are up, that's helping to support the crop side a little bit. So we're diversified in that way.
Whatever may be in store for 2026, the Petersons will be ready to prepare for another harvest, as they have been for many years prior. Andrew Swanson, Nebraska Nightly.
Another challenge for farmers like the Petersons is the current crop surplus, meaning less revenue from the commodity market.
Coming up next,
Nebraska Nightly takes a look at an event promoting community in Lincoln.
Stay with us.
Of the 40 million tons of plastic waste generated in the U.S. in 2021, only 5%, or 2 million tons, was recycled. Make sure you do your part in keeping Anderson Hall clean. For more information on recycling statistics, visit epa.gov today.
Welcome back to Nebraska Nightly. Last week, Ignite Lincoln held its annual event where speakers of all different backgrounds shared their stories and experiences to the Lincoln community. Nebraska Nightly's Logan Witten reports UNL had a bigger presence this year.
Last Tuesday, Ignite Lincoln held its 17th annual public speaking event at the Rococo Theater.
Belonging doesn't happen by accident.
Ignite Lincoln's primary goal is to give anyone and everyone a chance to speak their mind and stories. This year's theme was finding community in a world of isolation and loneliness, and fielded multiple representatives from nonprofit organizations, as well as ordinary people who wanted to share their story.
We really just want to hone in on, combating a sense of loneliness, and really just what does loneliness look like? How can we, work around it? And also just inspire people to get involved in their community, either through exposing them to new nonprofits or just new ideas.
This year's event marked a special milestone for the organization, as junior Brenna Witten became the first ever UNL student to speak at Ignite.
I felt like I had a story that really resonated with how to find community, and it's something that's really important to me and my values, and so I said, I can tell a story that people would really like to hear, and hopefully be able to share my story and have other people be able to find community.
Ignite looks for more students to apply to speak for their next event, and believes Brenna can inspire others to do so.
Really hoping that she inspires more students to apply to speak in coming years, because it really just adds another fresh perspective to the event.
Logan Witten, Nebraska Nightly.
For more information on Ignite Lincoln and how to sign up to speak, go to their website at ignitelincoln.org.
At UNL, students get to campus all types of way, whether it be driving, biking, skateboarding, walking, or something in between. Some struggle comes with each of these. UNL students reflect on what UNL could do better.
Parking, but at the same time, you know, they don't have a lot of space, and I'd much rather have green spaces than, you know, like asphalt parking lots, so.
With the busy schedules of college students, finding a stable form of transportation can be difficult. UNL continues to adapt to find the best solution for getting students to campus safely and efficiently.
With the spring semester in full swing and spring break 2 months away, prioritizing mental health is as important as ever. Between midterm exams, part-time jobs, and extracurricular activities, UNL students have a lot to juggle, and it can be very easy to feel overwhelmed. This is why the university is offering counseling and psychological services, or CAPS, for all UNL students. CAPS can offer students academic guidance, emotional support, couples counseling, and other mental health services needed to keep you on your feet. CAPS offers a free hotline that's active 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So if you have any questions, they have someone there who can talk. You can go to caps.unl.edu to schedule a free consultation. Coming up next,
we'll take a look at Husker baseball and basketball. Stick with us. Good afternoon and welcome to Nebraska Nightly. I'm Jocelyn Messersmith, and today we have a lot of good news, a lot of weather, a lot of sports.
Husker students struggle with food insecurity. Husker Pantry addresses food insecurity and a welcoming space by providing free food and personal items to UNL students in need. Due to high demand, the pantry often runs out of essential items. Help keep the pantry stocked by donating the most needed items. From canned food to personal items and cleaning supplies, you can make a difference by donating. Learn how to donate by visiting pantry.unl.edu.
What time is it again?
It's 11:57.
Oh my gosh, no, I have homework.
It's okay, you still have 3 minutes.
You're right, I'll pull it up on my phone. Oh my gosh, 50 questions, how am I supposed to do this?
Well, if you were built different, you could do it.
No!
Good afternoon and welcome back to Nebraska Nightly. I'm Nicholas Mealy and thank you for tuning in. The Pinnacle Bank Arena is the Huskers take on the Terrapins. Braden Frager starts the scoring early with a tough steal and score to put the Huskers on the board. The 6'7" freshman keeps the rally going by sparking a three to put the Huskers up. A few minutes later, Jared Garcia follows in his footsteps by draining a three of his own off the assist of Jamarcus Lawrence. Nearing the end of the first half now, Berke Buyuktengel snags a nice layup to give the Huskers a lead. Around the halfway point of the second half, Braden Frager puts the Huskers up again with a massive dunk off a Sam Hoiberg steal. Rick Bass decides to take control of the game late and tilt the momentum in the Huskers' direction with a nice layup to put them ahead. Final score, Huskers 74, Terrapins 61. In other words, Nebraska baseball looks to extend their winning streak against number 7 ranked Auburn tonight, coming off a strong showing against number 16 Florida State, where the Huskers won 10-1. Hopes are high for the 2025 Big Ten champions. When asked about the chance to play a top 10 team, Huskers infielder Dylan Carey had this to say.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the season so far, we faced a lot of great teams. We got Auburn this weekend, like you said. Just an opportunity to go out there and show who we are. We know we got a good squad, a great team, great culture. So being able to go up against a lot of great teams early on has been really great. So I'm excited to go up against Auburn and see what we got to show for a team that's top.
Thank you, Nick. Coming up after the break.
A new climbing night comes to campus.
We'll have more after the break.
Okay, so how about this much?
I don't know.
Well, how about this much?
I don't know.
How about,
Actually, I don't know.
okay, maybe this much?
I don't know.
The very tip of your pencil, a fraction of a raindrop, 3 grains of salt. That's how much it takes for a dose of fentanyl to become lethal. Learn more at realdealonfentanyl.com.
Many of the brands you love don't love animals like you do. Look at the labels of products you use for a bunny logo signifying they don't lab test on animals. Check the label for those who aren't able. Start making the shift by visiting crueltyfreekitty.com today.
Welcome back to Nebraska Nightly. Monday night is New Climber Night at UNL's Outdoor Adventure Center. It is a time students can learn the basics with no judgment.
A specific time where people could not only come and climb for the first time, but also know that they're going to meet other new people who are also new to the sport.
Callahan hopes to give students a baseline to attack their new climbing journeys. Students can use the New Climber Night as a way to network and find other new climbers at UNL. This low-stress event lets students try all parts of climbing. Climbing combines both mental and physical aspects to make it appealing to many students.
But coming here and kind of figuring out problems, but also getting a workout in, kind of kept me coming back, and I really enjoy that kind of stuff.
New Climber Night is held every Monday at the UNL Climbing Center at 6 p.m.
There is no better way to celebrate the Lunar New Year than what happened at Cather this past week. Some of the key features included boba samplings, performances in the Red Cloud rooms, and delicious handmade foods. The event drew a large crowd of people with a line wrapping around the building to celebrate the Year of the Horse. But why should a student attend an event like this? Paige Kniebel has the answer.
Really, the significance of this type of an event is to bring students and community together around food and educate folks on different types of food, but also we add different cultural elements. Like this evening we have the lion dances going on and different opportunities to just bring people together around culture.
An event like this is only possible through the partnership of multiple UNL departments, including the International Student and Scholar Office, the Community and Culture Department, and Student Life. We have been having some beautiful weather the past few days, but will it last? Owen?
Yeah, that's right. We certainly have been having some great weather. High of 71 today. Not too sure if it'll last over the weekend, but we can be enjoying the weather that we have today for sure. I know Nebraska volleyball was.
Yeah, I mean, it is definitely a stark contrast from what was going on last week at this time.
Yeah, we actually had to cancel our show last week.
Yeah, I mean, crazy snowstorm. So.
Oh yeah, but at least the weather now, it's all warmed up. It's a nice weekend to go out, catch a baseball game, play some sand volleyball, throw the pigskin around a little bit, have some fun, enjoy the nice weather while it lasts.
You better believe it. I'm going to be making the most of it while I can.
For sure.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Nebraska Nightly.
Be sure to tune into our next show on Tuesday at 4:45.
And also, don't forget to follow us on social media at Nebraska Nightly.
Have a great night.
Nebraska Nightly is a production of the University of Nebraska-Lincoln's College of Journalism and Mass Communications.